one of the 300 sunny days we're having. So, real quick, thank you for piles of quizzes. I didn't want to freak anybody out by the number of things that were posted today. Remember, do you have to do everything posted every week? Yes. Quiz-wise. Yes. In general, do you have to do everything posted every week? No. Okay, Aaron does, for some reason he wants to do it, that's totally fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. You totally can. You totally can. I have some students that do 90% of the quizzes I offer. Totally awesome. Not necessary. You have to average, here we go, 1 quiz per week. You have to average 1 quiz per week to get the 10 done you need to get done. So if you're doing 1 a week, you're on track to finish for 10 for the term. If there's some week you want to knock out 2, maybe, then you can take a week off somewhere and still be on track. The idea of averaging, right? Okay? Now what I'm going to do, I had a couple students in the office today talking about this. Very, very good points. Suppose I want to turn a quiz in, but I'm just not sure about if it's right or not, if I did it right, if it's the best I could have done. You have a couple options. Number 1, you don't have to turn it in at all. Just hang on to it. I'm going to post solution videos to these quizzes on Friday afternoon. The quizzes you just turned in, I'm going to record videos for, showing you how to solve everything. And then post the solutions under the quizzes on Friday afternoon. So if you want to know how to do something, but you're afraid to turn it in and hurt your grade, then don't. Just hang on to it. I'll post a solution on Friday. What's the matter, Tim?
Don't you have to turn them in by a certain day, though?
Yeah, but I'll have the solution to it posted 2 days from now, which means you can go and see how I would do it and compare it to how you did it. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah, but the one that the prerequisite was due today.
It's due today. I can't post a solution today before it's due.
So how can you hold on and not turn it in then if you if you could have done something more?
But you can't turn it in after that.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I think she thinks you can turn it in after you do the solution.
You can do that with 1 quiz.
Oh.
There is 1 quiz you can do that with. There's a rainy day quiz coupon, which I mentioned on the first day. I haven't mentioned it since. There's a rainy day coupon section. If you look at that schedule page, it's right at the big link at the top. 1 quiz, if you turn it and screw up, you can watch the video solutions and be like, oh my god, I was completely off track with that one. You can then resubmit that one per the rules on the coupon and get the credit for it. You totally can. What I'm saying is, now, you are not going to have the majority of quizzes be freaking you out. If the majority of quizzes are freaking you out and you can't do, we need to talk. We need to figure out why you're getting freaked out. We can probably square it away. Okay? It's not because you shouldn't be in 105. It's because you should be in 105, but for some reason it's just not clicking. The whole assessment is not clicking. But the reason the solutions are up is, okay, I've turned the quiz in, I know what I did. Let's see what Sean says. Oh, look, he got the same thing I did. He did it different, but he got the same thing, Sweet. I now have a worked-through solution. This is not the only place these solutions exist. If you go into those extra resources pages on the website, there's tons of examples. Not all of them have video solutions, but there are tons of other examples. We're doing grade today. There's a whole extra resource section on grade. I haven't gotten an extra resource section on linear equations yet, just because I haven't had time to put it together. Yeah, please, Prince.
Okay, I just want to know if we turn in lower than 10, and where you take all of the bad grades.
I'll take all the grades. Anything you turn in is an agreement for me to grade and put into your average.
Oh.
Including the 10 and above. What is that? It doesn't sound like it's a happy thing.
Well, it is, but I was just like, well, maybe if we do a lot, the best scores will come out of it.
Well, here's what happens. If you do a lot and you kick ass on most, and you don't do well on, say, 1, number 1, you're going to correct it anyway with the rainy day coupon. But let's say there's 2 you didn't do as well as you wanted on, right? Here's the deal. The ones you did really, really well on have padded your average so much that that extra one is essentially meaningless at the end of the day. When I say end of the quarter in June.
But only taking the average.
No, everything averages.
Oh.
If you turn 25 in, I count all 25.
Oh, okay.
Everybody in this room theoretically can have a different number of points by the end of the term. Which I know is freaking you out a little bit, because you're like, how can that be? I've been in school for how many years? 14 years. There's always 500 points. There's 500 points. I'm telling you, there's a minimum of 400 points. Some people have as many as 550, 560, 570 by the end. There's 400 are the mandatory points you have to have. Anything else, you can submit more, but it gets counted. It gets counted.
So the more points, technically, the more points you have available, it just means you have a better chance at getting a better.
You have more that's what has happened anecdotally, historically. It's like a batter going to bat and practicing batting and keeping track of his batting average or her batting average. What happens if you're practicing batting effectively? What happens? your average goes up, but you're keeping track. You don't count just the averages. I got a hit, boom, count it. Oh crap, I struck out, don't count it. Count it, it goes into your average. But count them all. You're not going to strike out in Math 105 very often. The few times that you do, we have tools to fix. But the idea is your batting average gets raised the more you practice. I incite that by having you guys turn in more stuff. Does that make sense now? Make more sense now? Good. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
I know the way I assess in this class is weird. I know that. I totally know that. I've also been told by students who have finished the entire course out, 105, 243, 244, that says this is the way everyone should assess. Because it takes them getting used to, but once they do, they're like, dude, it's student protecting. Yes, that's kind of the point. I'm trying to protect your grade. When I see faces like, it means you're not, it doesn't quite make sense to you yet. But watch your progress reports. You guys get your progress report on Monday, I hope? Yeah. Right? I got, did I email it twice?
Yeah.
2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
Who got 3 progress reports from me on Monday?
I keep erasing.
Okay, that sounds like a network glitch. How many got 2? That is definitely a network glitch. I only hit send once. COCC's been having some network issues, sorry. I'll try to not do that again. I'll try to just send them one at a time. But anyway, you can track how you're doing weekly. Right now, you're all sitting at about 150% in the class. There's a reason for that we'll talk about next week. I do have your quizzes to get back to you. I'll get back to you after we do our outside activity and come back in for the day. But don't worry. I don't want you to worry about assessment. Assessment is designed to protect you as long as you keep kicking butt in here for me. That's what I want. Okay, doke? All right, you got it twice? That just sounds like a network glitch. Got sent twice. All right.